All right, good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Do I have the pleasure of getting a greeting back? Good evening. Thank you. Wow, one table is clapping also. So are you all excited and ready for this evening? This is not the energy I'm going to start this show with. Come on, everyone. Are you ready for tonight? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm hearing only women here, although I see a lot of men as well. But okay, I'll get that energy up in a bit. But before we get started, and before I even introduce myself, I want to begin this event with the national anthem of the UAE, followed by the Indian national anthem. So I request everyone to please rise in their seats and get ready for the UAE national anthem, followed by the Indian. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly take your seats. And once again, I welcome you all to this very, very, very special evening by WISE Forum. My name is Priya Jethani. How many of you know me? A lot of you. So I said earlier as well, I see a lot of familiar faces here. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Priya Jethani, and a lot of you would know that Jethani is a pure Sindhi surname. So I come from the Sindhi community, an Indian by origin, but born and brought up here in this beautiful city of Dubai. And generally, you see me on stages like these in different kinds of events. And you also watch me on television on Zee TV Middle East on a show called Zee Connect every Sunday at 8 p.m., where I'm found interviewing celebrities like many of them that I see in the audience today, as well as celebrities from Bollywood. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. But today it gives me immense pleasure to be standing here on behalf of WISE Forum, representing them and taking on the proceedings of this evening. So a little bit about WISE Forum. Now, like Michelle Obama has said, there is no limit to what we as women can accomplish. Is there? No limit, absolutely. Well, Women Inspired Sustainable Empowerment, WISE Forum, that does everything in its power and capacity to empower women, which includes events like the one we are having today here, talk shows, panel discussions. It promotes women and student startups, helps to get investments for your startups. It enables expansions of your existing business in other countries, and much, much more. Everything in their capacity, as I said, to empower women. The Women Excellence Award, WIA Awards, is a yearly event that celebrates diversity, benefits business excellence submissions, and serves as a platform for the UAE society to recognize talent. WIA Talks was started in 2017 with an award ceremony, and today they are successful because they are recognizing the abilities of business women in the community. They have toured throughout India and the UAE to find talent, recognize it, and create a strong network around the diversity of women's potential. The WIA Awards have been held in Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, and Maharashtra, so they are community-based awards. And the goal of these awards is to highlight achievers more and more. And I am not going to do all the talking here. It's time that I invite on stage the team behind this forum, starting with an exceptional woman who has made indelible marks in both the legal and business realms. Meet Advocate Bindu S. Chatur, a visionary entrepreneur, esteemed lawyer, and the founder of an esteemed management consultancy firm that has revolutionized the way organizations navigate the complexities of the corporate world. Advocate Bindu is the founder and managing director of Chanakyatse Consultancy, an end-to-end business consultancy firm based in the UAE and India, former president of the Indian Business and Professional Council, and a senior lawyer at Mohammed Salman Advocate and Legal Consultants, Dubai. She has over 27 years of unique experience in the Asia Pacific and the Middle East, having even served as the senior-most panel lawyer at the Indian Consulate, Dubai, for over 18 years. As a successful lawyer, she has witnessed firsthand the intersection of legal intricacies and the challenges faced by businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the chairperson of the WISE Forum, Advocate Bindu S. Chatur, looking gracious and beautiful in that sari.
Honorable Chief Guest, Her Excellency Sheikha Ibrahim Al Mutawa, our guest of honor, Honorable Consul Sri Kalimuthu, Consulate General of India, Dr. Sitaram, Dr. Bu Abdullah, Mr. Yaqub Ali, the directors on the board of WISE Forum, distinguished guests, my mentors, advisors who are seated here, ladies and gentlemen, very good evening, namaskar, assalamu alaikum. On behalf of the WISE Forum, I have the immense pleasure and honor to welcome you all today for this event in this pleasant evening. Woman-inspired, sustainable empowerment. WISE Forum is an organization committed to fostering the positive change towards the personal and the professional growth of women in various fields. We are stopping there, not only with that, we celebrate their success too. We have gathered here today to initiate a journey, startup for the woman, where we will work towards motivating women, giving them this platform to put forward their ideas and to connect with the world so that they can become good entrepreneurs and to motivate them to have the best skill and training. That is the idea of WISE. owing to the efforts of various women organizations and women, times are changing. We see a very powerful shift in the narrative. Women are breaking through societal norms and proving their mettle in every domain. I can say, with their skills and the powers, they conquer everywhere, even in politics, is in business, in profession. Wherever it is, woman has got that much of skills to prove her mettle. UAE is one of the best country, and I am very happy that this event is starting from this country. Why I love this country, the visionary leaders of this country, who have made 50% of the representation in the parliament is women in this country. Please give a big applause to the leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, startups are very important because they are the source of ideas and innovation. Of course, they are the driving force for the growth of economy. No wonder that when we address the role of startups and the impact women having on that, it is important to acknowledge startups are catalysts for the economic growth. Why? Because they produce so much of jobs and drive productivity, both locally and globally. The value of startup created is just like that of GDP of G7 economy, and the startup funding in 2021 surpassed US dollars $600 billion. The number of unicorns is well past, and it is growing exponentially. It is past 1,000. A report by the Dubai Foundation, Future Foundation, shows that now 45% of the UAE startups, the workforce is women. Again, it needs another applause. As per the World Bank report, in US, the woman-owned firms are growing in double digits, much faster than the other firms, and contributing $3 trillion to the economy, creating more than 23 million job opportunities, as well as 8 to 10 million SMEs are also created. However, it is seen from the record of PitchBook from US, it reveals that in 2022, exclusively women-founded startups got only 2.1% of the capital, which was again backed up by the venture capital backed up startups were them, but they received only 2.1. So this emphasizes again the persisting gender disparity, even in the venture capital industry. Why I'm saying this? When the number of women operating their business are growing, there are big obstacles for them. They are not having the capital. There is no investors for them, much to their expectation. And also, there are so much of social constraint for them and lack of skill. Through the creation of WISE, this platform, and introduction of this event, and many events in the future, monthly I can say, we are going to organize such sort of events where we will make them equipped, self-equipped with the skills. We will be going for the knowledge series. They will talk with the industry leaders, the professionals, and also those kind of thought leaders so that they can gain knowledge. They will have good networking. This platform will promise all those things. Along with that, from my humble heart, I can say, as a lawyer and as a business consultant, I am ready to give the service to them. And I'm sure that it will be possible because I see a lot of support today by all of you taking your valuable time present here to motivate us. And we are really looking forward for our advisors, mentors. I can see Mustafa Sasaji, I can see Sunilji, I can see the consulate being represented, I can see CEO Club President. I can see, like from UAE, the representation, Sheikha. So all these things, like we are looking forward for a very good initiative for women to become successful. They will never be looking for the investors. I'm really thankful to Namban Group and the Clematis Group and many other sponsors, without whose help this will not have been possible. So there are many interesting sessions are waiting for you. I wish you all a very pleasant evening, and one more time, thank you from the bottom of my heart. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Bindu ma'am, for that very inspiring address. And as she rightly said, a lot of interesting sessions are coming up very soon. But before that, I would like to call on stage the man behind making this all-women forum, who believes in empowering them in every way. Please join me in welcoming the founder, Wise Forum and SVK Media, Mr. S. Vasant Kumar.
Thank you for coming. Welcome on board Wise Group. I'm very scared to talk. I'm not used to it in the forum. So, thank you so much, Binduji. She is the one making this success for all those things since 2017 with me. And thank you so much, madam.
Vasant, you need a big applause. You are the man behind the women empowerment. This man looks very simple, but very powerful, well connected. Today he made it possible. And I have to thank his wife also for that.
That's absolutely right. A man of few words, very, very humble and down to earth, but creating really, really big things and doing a lot of good work for the community. Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Vasant, and of course, Bindu ma'am. And moving on, we would like to pass on a token of appreciation to our chief guests who have joined us this evening, who have graced this occasion with their presence. I would like to invite on stage Sheikha Ibrahim Al-Mutawa, Transformation Master Coach, who's also a government official. Let's welcome her with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Can I invite on stage Dr. Yaqub Al-Ali, Executive Chairman, Al-Ali Group, with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Can I please invite on stage Shri K. Kalimuthu, Economic Trade and Commerce, Indian Consulate, Dubai. Can I now call on stage Dr. R. Sitaraman, former CEO, Doha Bank. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And we would now like to felicitate our title sponsor on the stage with a huge round of applause for Nanban Gulf. Can I invite Mr. Karthikeyan on stage? I would also like to invite on stage Dr. Sunil Vinayak Manjrekar, President GMBF Global. And along with this, we would like to honor two people from We Are Talks. Can I please invite on stage Shri Sudha and Sia Gokhale? Here they are, two wonderful women. Let's welcome them with a huge round of applause. Thank you very much. Requesting all our dignitaries, our chief guests to please take their seats. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to move on to the next part of the evening. Well, like Maya Angelou said, each time a woman stands up for herself without knowing it, without claiming it, she stands up for all women. And today on this stage, we are going to present you with two such women who are bringing such very amazing startup pitches that you all will want to stand up for. Starting with, I would like to invite on stage Zwag AI Solutions, that is creating an AI-enabled future through their proprietary large language model, Zlang 66B. And the founder of this is someone who shares my first name, Priya M. Nair. Let's welcome her with a huge round of applause. And the stage is all yours, Priya.
Hi, everyone. It's great to share the first name with such an amazing and beautiful lady. As she said, I'm Priya. Now, what amazing times we are living in, right? Why? Because we have been through things that we thought we would never get to see in this lifetime. We've been through COVID, and we are standing. We are back to normal. And the kind of exponential growth that you have seen in one of the greatest, what I would say, a wheel moment, or the internet moment, or what you could say is the iPhone moment. What am I talking about? Artificial, that's very clever. Artificial intelligence, yes. The kind of exponential growth that we have seen in this space is beyond imagination. To think of that, ChatGPT is just what, 8 months old? And the kind of trajectory that generative AI has taken is amazing. It is in this context, and it is in this industry that my startup, Zwag AI Solutions, is emerging as a key player. So it's called Zwag AI Solutions because it's got a lot of swag. The founder has got a lot of swag as well. But what are we trying to do? Our product, by the way, Zwag AI Solutions is a startup that is incubated by TCOM Dubai, and we are based out of In5 Tech in the Dubai Internet City. What is our flex? We are here to give Sam Altman, Jeff Bezos, who else? Mark Zuckerberg, and the big guys of the world a run for their money, because we have developed our own proprietary large language model, and we call it Zlang, Z-L-A-N-G. It is Zwag's large analytical graph. For comparison, how many of you know and have heard about Falcon LLM? UAE's very own Falcon large language model. It has 40 billion parameters, and for comparison, Zlang, our very own proprietary large language model, has 66 billion parameters. It's trained on 1 trillion plus tokens. We stopped measuring after we crossed that number. And why is a proprietary large language model, which has a large data set of regional data, including Arabic data sets, why is it that important? Now, what OpenAI and others are doing is amazing. But these open source large language models come with a lot of issues of their own. And that's the gap that Zlang and Zwag AI Solutions is plugging. Let me know if it's getting too technical. I'm a non-technical person, so I've mucked up a lot of technical stuff. But please feel free to tell me if I'm getting too technical. So, what is the gap that we are trying to fill? The major problem, you look at all these large language models, where are they basically from? Mostly in the US, OpenAI and others, mostly in the US. Now, Mistral AI has come up, which is trying to take the space in Europe. Falcon LLM is here in the UAE, but you see a large concentration in towards the West. Now, data is the new oil, and artificial intelligence technology, whoever holds the power, has a lot of power indeed. So there's a lot of concentration of power in that area, isn't it? And it is with large corporations, and that should scare us. And there is a lot of problems when it comes to open source large language models. What is it? Especially data privacy. How many of you use ChatGPT for whatever purpose? How many of you use ChatGPT? And are you concerned about your data leaking, especially if you are a company? Why has Adobe even recently banned their employees from accessing ChatGPT and generative AI solutions? Because there's a problem of data privacy. Through ChatGPT, a lot of emails and private information was leaked as well. Right? So that is one of the flaws of open source large language model. And of course, what are these large language models? They are general. They are not trained on specific regional data sets. Now, why and how is Zwag AI Solutions plugging that? Yes, through the large language model that we have developed. I said a large data set is developed and trained on the regional data sets, right? Arabic, GCC, a lot of Arabic subreddits, a lot of Arabic media. And so it is able to converse in a style and a tone that speaks to your customer's demographic. A lot of enterprises in this region is reluctant to employ these solutions, conversation solutions, because they don't speak the language or the tone or the dialect of the customers that are in this region. Now, because we are trained on a large regional data set, we are able to kind of overcome that. By being in the region, we are, along with Falcon LLM, we are trying to tip the scales of all the research and investment and ownership of the AI assets. We are trying to bring it to my foster land, where I've spent 18 years in the UAE, where I've nurtured my family, and also by taking my solutions towards Asia, I think I will be able to serve my motherland as well, right? So this is the kind of solution that we are bringing. There's a lot of debate about whether it's good to go for an open source large language model like ChatGPT or go for closed large language models like Zwag. There are a lot of benefits in going for smaller, closed large language models. I'll tell you one. It is that we have more control on the source of data and the source of output and the nature of output as well, which means we are able to give the output that Zlang produces is more accurate. It is, in performance-wise, it's far better than the open source model. Now, if you're concerned about data privacy, we are able to give you an instance, local instance for you as well. So this is basically our flex, large language models that only the likes of Sam Altman have been able to create, and the likes of TII, with the government support, has been able to do here. Here I am, a woman entrepreneur, who a lot of the times when we go to investors, they say that female entrepreneurs or female-founded businesses are not investable. Why? Because they are not tech. It cannot get more tech than this, right? So if you would invest in ChatGPT, if you would invest in a Sam Altman, if you would invest in Mark Zuckerberg, I don't think there's anything stopping you in investing in Priya M. Nair and Zwag AI Solutions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Priya. So that was Priya with Zwag AI Solutions. We've got one more startup pitch coming up right away, and this one is called Hamd, which claims to be GCC's first printing marketplace. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Varda Fazal.
Good evening, everybody. I'm actually quite loud, but then, I mean, I think I'm louder than this. I'm actually a little nervous. I mean, amazing people, such great achievers. It's an honor to be here presenting my startup in front of you all. So on that note, let me start. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Varda Fazal. I am a co-founder at Hamd. To begin with, I'm sure most of y'all sitting here, if not everybody, at some point have customized merchandise, packaging products, corporate gifts for your team, for your customers, for your distributors. Yes? Yes? Yes, but not without the hassle of trying to find the best vendor who can give you the right product, visiting them a couple of times, sitting with them in length, explaining things to them. Yet, when the final product comes, there is a lot of errors in terms of the size, in terms of print quality, in terms of the color. Yes? Sorry? Yes, basic, as simple as spelling. And we are like, my God, we just told you the spelling. How difficult was it? Yes, I'm sure most of you all have experienced this. So why do you think such issues happen? That is because almost 90% of the print vendors in UAE are highly unorganized. They still run their business in a very traditional manner with zero technology, which in fact can help them take their business from down to the next level. They don't understand the value of integrating technology in their business. The reason for that is most of the businesses of what we have spoken, we've interacted with these print shops, have actually started with very less capital, maybe borrowings from their near and dear ones, loans, or even maybe from their savings, which leaves them with very little margin of finance to invest in technology. Plus, they don't really have a technical expert or a technical person with them who can help them make this transition from offline to online. That is why only 10% of the print shops in UAE actually sell online. The rest is all traditional and offline. Did I say that right? Offline, online, generally a little confusion here and there. Okay, yeah. So that is exactly what Hamd is here to solve. That is exactly why we are here. Hamd has built a B2B tech stack for these print vendors or print shops, as we famously call them, to manage their business operations, go from offline to online. We are providing them with a software, with a digital platform. We are enabling them to have a digital store of their own where they can manage their day-to-day activities. Be it cataloging, invoicing, inventory management, logistic management, and so much more. What these vendors are not recognizing is there is so much potential to this industry, which is somehow curbed because they are not going online. Yes, along with that, Hamd is a marketplace where we help SMEs, we help small, medium-sized companies to source, customize all kind of printable products. Like I said, t-shirts. I can see a lot of customization in this event. I can see beautiful volunteers wearing t-shirts and the roll-up banners outside. Yes, we help businesses customize these things end to end. You come with us with your query, rest everything is taken care of. Anything under the sun that can be customized, we will have it all. We have it all. Since our launch 11 months back, we are currently operating in our beta version, which has got tremendous response from various companies. That is 600 plus companies across UAE who have trusted us with their events, trusted us with their products. We also have successfully managed to raise $200,000 as our seed investment. Working with so many companies across UAE, we have actually printed 350,000 products from 80 vendors, 80 plus vendors across UAE, generating a revenue of more than 1 million dirhams in just a matter of 11 months. Thank you, thank you. So now the question, how did we manage to get such good numbers in a very small period of time? That is because of the immense print industry experience that my co-founder, standing there, my co-founder and I share, where we have understood the basic nuances, the pain points of customers, the difficulties that customers go through while ordering a printing product, or the difficulty a vendor goes through while processing the order. We have put all these things together, come up with the product which we will soon be launching, which will have both the marketplace and the backend, that is the B2B product, tailor-made for different vendors. So our main objective here with this product is to empower the ever so dynamic, ever so local market, because we see so much potential with the products that UAE has, with the demand that UAE has, the products and the recognition that quality products in UAE, the recognition that quality products of UAE have worldwide. It's just a matter of giving that proper marriage. So the ask today is $300,000, which will be invested in marketing in the UAE, setting up or expanding our office or our business operating in Saudi, technology upgradation, where we are even planning to integrate generative AI going forward, also expanding our team. So come join us as we build Hamd, UAE's first and largest print marketplace. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Varda. So what was the first startup we heard about? Zwag. Not bad. Y'all are very attentive. And what was the second one? Hamd. Great. Good job, you guys. Okay, then. So we've been joined by some more guests, and I would like to invite them on stage to felicitate them before we can move on with the next segment. Can I please invite on stage His Excellency Timur Abdiz Halil, Consul General of Kyrgyz Republic in Dubai and Northern Emirates. Please join me in a huge round of applause to welcome them on stage. And can I please invite back Bindu ma'am and Mr. S. Vasant to felicitate him with a token of appreciation. Thank you for joining us today, sir. And we would also like to do a special thanks to Dr. Jean Shehdat Puri, Managing Director, Nikai Group. Can I please invite you on stage? Invite on stage Miss Anjali Menon, Indian filmmaker and screenwriter. With a huge round of applause, everybody. Thank you so much. Kindly take your seats. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. It's now time for someone to come up on the stage and do an address for all of us. Now, this man is a prominent personality in the banking industry throughout the Middle East, an economic expert who has achieved remarkable success for his contributions to banking, trade, investment, economics, environment, social responsibility, philanthropy, and charity. Post his successful finance and banking career of over 40 years, he has adopted 6 sustainable development goals from United Nations and has registered a non-profit organization, Sitaraman School of Sustainable Development, with the vision of contributing to global sustainable development. He's a chartered accountant and holds certificate in IT systems and corporate management while being a gold medalist in his graduation Bachelor of Commerce. He's a recipient of multiple doctorates from leading universities of the world, including 3 PhDs, and he's been awarded Best CEO in the Middle East 7 times in the last 15 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming on stage former Chief Executive Officer, Doha Bank, Dr. R. Sitaraman.
What a very generous introduction. What a joy to be integral part of this women-inspired entrepreneurship, sustainable entrepreneurship. That's what the name of the world today. Sustainable Development Goals. Women participation in governance, gender equality has been in the forefront. Don't worry about the economic projection. We hear post-COVID all sort of indicators. Truly, the global economic outlook has not been very positive. No, IMF said in April, in the spring meetings, you will have a global growth of nearly 3.6%. So then it has been revised to 2.7. Then it has been revised by the World Bank in June to 2.1. Advanced economies are grossly underperforming. And again, the developing or emerging economies are retaining its meritocracy. Over 60% of the incremental consumptions comes out of the emerging economies. Nevertheless, 45% of the world oil, 25% of the world gas comes from this place. We have seen remarkable fiscal consolidation taking place last year throughout the Gulf. Countries' ratings have been upgraded. And again, we see what sort of reorganization is taking place in terms of sustainable mission and accomplishments of those goals has been very profound and prolific in terms of market momentum. And we are all here for a wonderful, exciting time in this part of the world. Within the Gulf definition again, UAE has been in the forefront for this year, 2023. Even the economic indicators, the conservative indication says we will have 4.8%. Saudi was last year extraordinary performer. This year is going to be United Arab Emirates. Coming to the entrepreneurship, there's no better country and there is no better state within the Emirates than Dubai has been propelling the entrepreneurship with a huge vision and professional executions over the last 40 years. I've been a witness to it. I've been a practitioner of banks in Oman, Qatar, and again, rest of the Gulf and across the globe as well. We have seen the economic infrastructure which has been built. At the startup, if you're a startup, the seed capital, again, when it comes to telecom service, entrepreneurship in terms of mentoring, training, and again, the free zones which are emanating, whether it is Dubai Internet City or Oasis or, for that matter, Knowledge Park. Extraordinary set of vision. And the execution has been to professional perfection. And that's what the turnout is all about. When it comes to funding profile, again, UAE is topping in the list. 5 sort of funds, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid funding, over 2 billion. And again, Sheikh Maktoum funding, Dubai Internet City, Dubai FinTech, again, through DAFC, over 2 billion. The extraordinary set of knowledge exchange is taking place in this part of the world. That's the trigger. with the changing face of business, changing face of technology, what you need is to recognize the opportunities and making sure you restructure your business, redefine your business model, ensuring you have collective commitment for a shared vision, shared leadership, and embrace the change. And that's what precisely UAE has done, especially Dubai has done. So it's a political, economic, social convergence in substance that's redefining. And they're setting the tone. UAE as a nation is of substance and substantive compliance as well. And that's what we're excited about the prospects. So when it comes to the infrastructure here, it's facilitating with the change in face of the business now, with artificial intelligence too, the presentations I've seen, is going to redefine the state of the world, state of humanity for that matter. So the machine learning, and again, the blockchain technology, with the change in phase of the overall convergence between the business model and the technology, is going to redefine the complete space. It means your lifestyle will change. The way we do the business will change. You need to embrace this change. And this is the place where you can innovate. The innovation has been the core excitement in our day-to-day prospects. That's absolutely evolving. When it comes to women participation in the governance, world has given us enormous amount of participating management when it comes to house management or even corporate management or countries management or continental management. Norway, I visited Scandinavia nearly 20 years before. I was driving from Denmark to Copenhagen to Oslo and again Stockholm. I met as a banker, I met some of the central bankers. Women participation in the boardroom is over 40%. And we have seen the reflection, even within the UAE definitions. We have seen very successful women, whether it's, Fatma Jaber, Al Jaber Group, again, Shama Mazruhi, Raja Al Gurk. There are entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs who have been very successful. Women participation in the house or corporate management has been a participative leadership. Diversity and inclusion. McKinsey says clearly, 10% increase in your diversity and inclusions can comprehensively address your profitability and productivity. And we have seen here, Paras, my great friend's daughter is here. She's an entrepreneur herself. There are many case studies for us to recognize. World over, policy makeup is now functional to recognize financial inclusion. With the change in phase of technology, that convergence is going to give empowerment to ladies. We are here for an extraordinary set of transformation in this world. State of the world will have better future than what is present today. Don't look at the bleak picture of the conflicts between economies in trade or investments, banking or finance. That's history. We invent and reinvent, redefine ourselves to be positive, collective, and share the vision, share the leadership. And we live in one world, one family, one collective vision to create better citizenship in this world, better future to the prospects. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sitharaman. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set. We are moving on to our first panel discussion, which is an all-women panel that's coming up. And the topic of the first panel discussion is Navigating the Path to Business Sustainability, Strategies, Challenges, and Opportunities. I would like to invite on stage the moderator for this panel, which is a very beautiful lady, founder Being She Club, business strategist. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Miss Aparna Bajpai. And to join her on this panel, our speakers today are Sheikha Ibrahim Al-Mutawa, Transformation Master Coach and a government official. Let's welcome her back on the stage with a huge round of applause. We also have with us Dr. Jean Shehdat Puri, Managing Director, Nikai Group. Huge round of applause. Can I also invite Miss Anjali Menon, Indian filmmaker and screenwriter. And last but not the least, Shri Sudha, founder and CEO, EduTech for Space and scientist ex-ISRO. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome her to join the panel.
All right, okay, great. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my absolute pleasure to be hosting this panel today and moderating it with excellent women sitting both sides next to me. So a big round of applause for them first. My name is Aparna Bajpai. I'm the founder of Being She Organization, an international platform for business and professional growth for women. As we talk all about women tonight, there we go. I'm glad that a lot of Being She Club members are here as well to gain a lot of experience from these experienced women over here. And it is my absolute pleasure to be moderating with you guys. Thank you so much for coming and supporting us. The topic today, thank you. The topic today for the discussion is navigating the path of business sustainability. We will each share on the strategies to use, challenges we face, and opportunities that come with a running sustainable business. So first of all, let's start from that end, introducing ourselves.
Shri Sudha Vishwanathan, a scientist ex-ISRO, and today I'm here in Dubai with a startup in space education, developing curriculum in space education right from schools of grade 1 and also programs for engineers, budding engineers in space industry to create ambitious astronauts, engineers, and even space entrepreneurs. Thank you. I'm glad to be in this forum today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jean Shadadpuri. I'm a pediatrician by trade. Spent most of my life in US and moved during the pandemic back to home country here where my parents have been, and we've had a family business for many, many, many decades here. I was working at the sea level with the largest payer in the nation in the US and with the government and the state during the pandemic as well, and probably saw the worst of the worst. And the media, of course, conveyed all that to you guys here. But I've moved here now recently, and I'm helping in our family business, and also I'm in the virtual mental health and behavioral health space. So I'm glad to be here, honored to be here, and privileged to be here amongst many achievers. So thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, good evening, namaskaram. My name is Sheikh Ibrahim Al-Mutawwa. I'm so honored to be with you here. Believe me, I would love to shake hands with every person in this room. So who I am? My name is Sheikha, and I've been working in the government for years in hospitality areas, looking at those all establishment from 0 to A level, shifting, shaping, and enabling their teams as well to grow within the organization. I have spent some time in developing creativity and innovation with the Executive Council chapter, watching all those startups starting their ideas and then having their own businessing, going for short and a medium cycle. Aside from that, also, I'm very fascinating in human engineering, mindset, things that, so I look after I do so many coaches as well, but one fundamental thing I enjoy is contribution and serving others, because that's what lasts, no matter we are in the business or family or any type of area and work that we do. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Anjali Menon. I am a writer and a filmmaker. Basically, I'm a storyteller more than anything else. And I have all my life run away from anything to do with business. I come from a business family, and I think it'll be quite funny for them to see me here, because right in the heart of it, where women are being empowered through business. But I do have my take on this, and it is wonderful to see so many people who are putting their might behind the thought of empowering women, and it is truly a privilege to be here among all of you. Thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous. So as now we have already got the introduction of all our panelists, let's begin what it entails, in this panel discussion, which is towards the sustainability of businesses, and especially the startups. So just to begin with you, Shekha, how do you see the role of women in business shaping the landscape of business accountability and responsible entrepreneurship?
I think, first of all, woman is a great contributor as a businesswoman and also as an enterprise head leading their businesses to ensure they're part of the economy. So as you're aware, in UAE in general, as a statistic stated, 350 startup has been launched since 2022, and most, I would say 50% of that are led by women. Why? Because there is so much understanding of what is business, skill set, mindset. There is a huge shift of having women on family business to own business, individual business, which makes it very clear that there are some characteristic also enabler that women are carrying within their DNA, aside just from understanding the business, the customer service, and other attributes which make the business successful. It's being authentic, it's being uplifting, it's being trend maker, it's being innovative and creative and learning. A lot of women are now in the fields. If you ask them how is their business when it comes to the restaurant, you would see her, she's owner of the business, but she's the chef, she's learning, so she's hands-in. This is very important ingredients that women are incorporating within themselves even more now, being visible in all social medias, because we all know that the businesses since 1970, there is so much changes on the traditional family businesses across the decades. We see generations taking those businesses from one another, but then are they incorporating the new trend of I wouldn't say civilization, I would say more of modern way of making business. Women do very well as of the men as well, but we can see that in different era. There are statistics that shared very recently there is a huge a focus on SMEs, especially on hospitality, food and beverage sector, as well as the services, which most of them are turning to become digitalizing, using those skill sets of understanding what this business is about and enabling the businessmen or the businesswomen, enabling those technologies to be incorporated with the new way of businesses. It's a tremendous shift.
Very well said, and that brings me to the question to Dr. Jean regarding the inclusion and diversity. So what advice would you give to other women business owners or incorporating diversity and inclusion strategies to build a business positive, healthy, and emotionally thriving workforce?
It's a good question. So I'm a fervent advocate of diversity and inclusion, and I would love to offer the brilliant minds here, all the women entrepreneurs. We heard Priya and Vardha, immense amount of confidence and passion the way they speak. But once they do grow their companies and become unicorns, best of luck for that. Just remember where you started from, and so I would offer certainly some critical yet very impactful pointers. Remember 3 or 4 things. One is culture of inclusion. Always remember inclusivity is multiplicity, right? So you include the women workforce, which is half the human capital on this planet, and you unleash their capability of
innovation and creativity to no extent. I also feel once you harness that energy, you probably get the best of half the human capital in the world. Creativity, innovation, diversity of thoughts, their perspectives on every business, like Shikha was saying, some of the perspectives that come from the actual consumers being women of the household can be immense value for a lot of the products and a lot of the services. Also, not forgetting women are sometimes the pivotal role that they play in handling families and households and children, education, employment, food, nutrition, sickness, health. So women's, the amount of knowledge they hold in their minds and the amount of experience they hold throughout the years gets tapped when you convert that into business knowledge and make that into the voice of the customer that you listen to and include it in your business. Also feel that once you are inclusive, you feel you're contributing to that half of the population with, in terms of just economy and productivity and education to their younger generation as well. So diversity and inclusion can't go wrong over there, but I would like to see more and more and more of it in every part of the world here.
Absolutely, and I think self-love for women goes unsaid. Now, coming to a slightly different kind of a business which is related to films. Film production often have budget limitations. And it's only nature to try and keep costs down. I think events are the same. I experience that all the time. How do you strike a balance between financial success yet ethical responsibilities?
Okay, that's a very interesting question, which I would love to figure out. But I also would like to say, I think we need to connect it into our startup environment here.
Absolutely, I think.
And very often,
yeah.
I think the challenges are the same, where we're constantly striving to, channelize our creativity and break even and stay ethical. I mean, I think the challenges are the same. But what I would say is that very often as women, we have a lot of entry barriers into fields which are traditionally male-dominated. And I have noticed a lot of friends who are into the startup area as well, where a lot of these entry barriers, frankly, are out there, are outside of us, judging us, constantly evaluating whether we are worth the investor confidence that we are seeking. But the first entry barrier is right here. It's within us. And the minute we actually recognize the potential that we hold in our daily life, as women in our traditional communities, we are saddled with a lot of responsibility, which, whether we like it or not, equip us with so many skills, which are actually great for a startup environment. When we come into this kind of an environment, we're actually bringing with us the knowledge and the experience of having, done work which is within our homes, within our families, within our traditional businesses. All of that, we're bringing all of that with us into our new ventures. So when I hear Advocate Bindu talk about just 2.1% of investors, really backing, women-led projects, I would really like for the investors to really think of the skills that these women are bringing on board. When you are talking about budgets, that is the first skill set that most homemakers learn. When you're talking about resource allocation, it is she who is deciding what will go to everybody within the family. When you're talking about marketing, it is she who actually improvises and pushes and manages to mollycoddle this family into doing what they need to every day. It is she who's setting a routine. A lot of these strengths are actually honed right from the home environment, way more than it is done for men, and that is a fact. We needn't hide away from that. Today I was scrolling through Instagram, and there was this beautiful post by a pediatric psychologist which said that if you really want your child to have the best chance for success in the outside world, then what you need to get them to do is to do chores at home. This actually made me think that, wow, then if that is the yardstick, how well are we going to do as women? Because we've been given that responsibility all our life. So we need to start seeing these things as advantages that we carry with us. And once that entry barrier in our head is gone, I think that will tend to reflect. The kind of strength that we bring as women, you know, when it comes to a lot of bankers, I understand from them, from microfinancing schemes, that the best people to pay back loans are women, that the default rate is so much lower. Why is that? It is because of this kind of background. It is because of a background of taking responsibility, keeping up with the ethical, bringing the creative, bringing all of it together and achieving the results that they set out to achieve. So I hope if there are any VCs in the room, they will rethink that women do come with a lot many more skills than they always take up ownership for. Today, to see Priya, Vardha, Srisudha, when you're talking about your projects, the kind of shine you have in your eyes, the kind of belief you have in your voice, that is what makes us interested. That is the most precious thing I've seen here today. So I don't know if I've answered your question.
Absolutely
but,
well said. And I think mental conditioning here, the mindset over the generations, and a little bit more support is what is required. Now this brings me to Ms. Sri Sudha. It was very interesting talking with you earlier.
Yeah, same.
Women in STEM, that is science, technology, engineering and mathematics. So how important, or I would say how essential it is to have more women in STEM?
Yes, absolutely. It's a wonderful question because I hail from the background. I would love to answer this. If you speak of the economy, the flourishing global economy, we see that we have to make a lot more progress. But we do fail to understand it is women make 50% of the global economic population. So if you are not going to bring up the other half of yours, how are you going to speak about a flourishing, sustainable global economy? It's not possible, right? So coming to the area of STEM, if I have to speak, women represent 30% of the STEM workforce in the world. It is not that they are from that background. It is not that they are not able to climb up the career ladder, maybe because of the lack of inspiration, or when it comes to STEM field, it is often said that it is the systematic ability that matters more, which men inherently possess. That is the assumption. But right now, the beautiful panelists here are told, we bring in the inherent home skills. That is one thing. So the skill set and the multi-talented personality, multi-talented skills, and along with that, there is something called empathetic ability. That matters a lot. So being a doctor, and what is STEM field and how does it contribute to the global economy? We just saw two pigeons today. We saw that is based on technology, that is based on innovation. So STEM is all about innovation. So if you are we all know that men and women think and act differently. If we are going to include the other half of the workforce in a better way, we are going to get better innovations. And so we are going to address the societal problems in a better way. That is leading to a flourishing economy. So that is one point. And the other point is having empathetic ability can give better solution to people problems, like a doctor, So we do understand when you sit in front of a women doctor, you feel that connect, right? That is, and I saw a couple of scholars, PhD scholars from biomedical engineering here at this crowd. So their empathetic ability can lead to better innovations in healthcare industry and to address people's problem. And that is, I feel like, supposed to be encouraged more. And and women also need to take up a lot of inspirations from the fellow members. For example, Madam Bindu was mentioning that women in parliament make up 50% in the UAE. And coming to the space field, 80% of the workforce from the scientific field were women for the first Hope probe mission of UAE. Wow. That's something amazing, right? The country which started with its first mission were dependent on the STEM career field with respect to women. If you take up India, the Mars mission were brilliantly achieved with a team of women. And we know Ritu Karidhal is a famous rocket woman of India. right? So you have to take in inspirations from the day-to-day life, and men need to also draw those examples to believe in, that women can also achieve better in STEM field and give them a chance to be up in the career ladder. Thank you for this opportunity and the beautiful question. Thank you.
Very well said. So this brings me to Dr. Jean. And I think this question would help a lot to the startup business owners and mid-sized businesses and the large businesses. So the Nikkei Group is a global conglomerate built on the promise of reliability. How do you incorporate stakeholder feedback and perspectives into your business planning and decision-making processes?
So at Nikkei Group, the ethos of reliability is not just a tagline. It's actually the linchpin that threads together our multifaceted global operations. What does all this mean? Essentially, we listen to the voice of the customer, right? Marketing one-on-one. What is the customer's voice saying, and where is the customer need and gap? And we are continuously innovating with the changing needs of the stakeholders. That's not just the customer, it's our own employee partners, it's our investors, it's our suppliers, it's our financiers, it's our bankers. We have to continuously make sure that we are threading in the needs and not just meeting their expectations, but exceeding their expectations. And that requires continuous change and innovation. So change is the only constant in our organization. And we are continuously trying to strive towards technology, to lean on our advanced analytic capabilities. So we get a lot of data, right? Data from the point of sale to the point of service to the demographics of the customers that are buying our products or services or food products, whatever it is. To understand the needs and the gaps between where the market is and trying to make it seamless and painless to deliver that product and service at the most affordable cost, yet the most exceptional service. And that's at the core of reliability, right? Not just that the product I'm giving you is reliable, but if anything had to go wrong, we would be there for you, we would be there for a replacement, we would take care of the gaps in the service need, and we would smile and say thank you when we leave, and we would clean up the mess that we've created, and we would come back. And all this at no cost or minimal cost to you. And that's the reliability that I think has sustained this brand through multiple lines of business, through multiple service sectors, and through multiple products, right? Because a lot of the products are similar in the market. So why would a customer think of Nikkei as a different product and a different promise that it delivers than another brand's product? And the only thing is the reliability that goes in the DNA of every person, ambassador that stands for the brand in front of the customer. And that's the continuous message that comes from top down, to be reliable, to be customer service oriented, and understand the customer and stick with data and analytics to guide you in your path of growth and innovation. So we're fortunate to have that vision. We are fortunate to have that culture in our organization. Like I said, diversity and inclusion is an inherent part of our organization. So we believe in investing in our human capital. We have a lot more training sessions and initiatives on unconscious bias, mindfulness trainings, upskilling our current people so that they are the ones who are growing through our organization. Our key finance person right now is actually somebody who was our office boy. He's been with us for 28 years. And there are many, many such people in our organization, but I think these are our valuable assets, and it's the village that makes the team ultimately.
So I think this comes with a lot of experience, and when I had the opportunity to chat with you yesterday, I could, go on listening to all your great experiences. So thank you very much for sharing that with us. Coming back to women leadership, to you, Ms. Menon. Many startup entrepreneurs work in a male-dominant space, and which is what film industry is all about most of the time. So what are your thoughts about leading teams to success in such spaces through women leadership?
I believe, for the longest time we've had traditionally, a history of seeing male leaders, and a lot of women, when they come into our industry particularly, but I also think this happens everywhere else, we're so habituated to seeing male leadership in a certain way that even the teams that we're leading expect us to be a certain kind of leader. So unless you take on the same attributes, they may not accept you at the beginning. This often is a challenge. I have found it as a challenge. When I turned up on my first set, I was, half this size, and at 5'2", with a soft voice, it's quite difficult when you're handling 100 men. And when you're talking about 100 men, these are not people in corporate suits. They are light boys, they are, camera people, they are people at every level of a film unit. So at that stage, they would look at me and say, "Where's the director?" And I'd have to say, "Here." But they got used to it after the first couple of days. I'm not somebody who, likes to yell at work. So they just went around whispering, "Do you think she knows what she's doing?" They weren't too sure. And then before you knew it, I had people turning up on my set, like random crowds. And I would ask my producer, "Who are these people?" So he just comes and tells me they've not seen what a woman director looks like. So they've just come to see what you look like. And that was a very strange experience. I mean, I felt like a dinosaur in a museum, to be honest. But one thing that I realized is I do not want to imitate somebody else or just change myself to meet somebody else's expectations. Because the way I like to lead is the way I like to lead. And I think that needs to bring forth results. If I need to change my leadership style to get better results, I should do that. But that does not mean I have to imitate another set of behavior which is expected from me. So this has been one of my biggest learnings. Personally, I prefer to motivate people, to empower people so that they can come forward and do their best. And I do see that tends to be what is called a female trait. It is not about leading from the front like a commander, but more leading like a shepherd from behind and allowing people to go ahead and achieve what we want, what is our vision. Today, the Harvard Business School recognizes it and talks about it. They call it the shepherd style of leadership, but it hasn't been known like that. So a lot of us have to face this thing of, does she know what she's doing? I think in every field that is there. But I do believe that when we are out there and we have proven a success, people are willing to listen. So every time I'm on a film set after one film, okay, the number of people watching reduces, but the number of people eager to work with me increases. That's the good news. But that may happen for me. It's not enough. It's not enough that it happens for just me. This needs to happen for every woman coming in. So what we can do is when we are, carving that path, then to have more people of different genders, of different cultural backgrounds, of different experience, when we bring them into our teams and they see how we are able to carve that path, that is far more empowering than anything they will ever learn in a classroom. Because that kind of lived-in experience that, oh my God, this is how it's done, that is far more empowering, simply because you have seen it happen. The next time you can ask for it. The next time this is possible. I have seen this. And like, the Gina Davis Institute, they talk about how a girl becomes what she sees. And it is simply that. That is the example that we need to set. So for every woman entrepreneur here, I'm sure they have more women on their team. And I hope they will inspire, and I hope, it's the same thing. So when you talk about leadership, I think we need to go into our individual style. And if we are feminine, bring in the femininity. Yeah, I think people welcome that. So, I'm an advocate for that.
So keeping the time limitations, and I'm getting the signals to wrap it up. I had a few more interesting questions, but I think we're having enough of it now. So, just as a last note, entrepreneurship is challenging, but with the right support, it can become an empowering experience. So, keep connecting, mentoring, growing yourself, and coming together to support each other. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, panelists, for giving us the insights, and hope to see you all very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Parna. Thank you, Bindu. Thank you, Vasant. Thank you to all the sponsors.
Thank you so much, lovely ladies, for sharing some beautiful insights on the topic for today and showing us how you have emerged powerful and stronger in your respective fields. We would have loved the discussion to go on longer, but we have only so much time, and we need to give the men a chance as well, right, to talk. But before we move on to that, remember we had a guest up on stage a while back. I would like to invite him back. His Excellency, Mr. Temur Abdiz Hazil, Consul General, Kyrgyz Republic in Dubai. He would love to take us through the opportunities that are upcoming in Kyrgyzstan. Let's welcome him back on the stage. His Excellency, Mr. Temur Abdiz Halil. With a huge round of applause.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude for this kind invitation to be a part today in this beautiful woman-inspired sustainable empowerment event. And also, I would like to thank my dear colleagues from the Consulate General of the Republic of India in Dubai. And also, I would like to say my regards to my close friends from the Indian community, which is sitting today in this beautiful event. And joining this conversation and this beautiful panel discussions with the active ladies, the women, and I would like to tell that today ladies also representing the government on the high levels. And thank you. And you are leading the also the business companies in the world. And you are the heart of the families as well. And that's why we are really respecting you. And I hope that you will also start your businesses in Kyrgyzstan, and we will try to link you with our business ladies in Kyrgyzstan as well. And today we have also the Indian community in Kyrgyzstan, and they're doing their businesses. And taking this opportunity as well, if it will be possible to show some presentation about the Kyrgyzstan, to let you know about our country. And briefly, I can tell you that Kyrgyzstan is the touristic destinations, and you could easily find for yourself also the business opportunity as well. Thank you very much for this beautiful event, and my respect to all ladies and distinguished guests as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And that's the video.
Kyrgyzstan is a picturesque country known for its hospitality and unique nature. Here you will experience an incredible variety of landscapes, warm and sunny weather, being in touch with the origins of nomadic life and traditions, and bright and memorable impressions. Take a break from the hustle and bustle of the city by visiting our beautiful regions, whose residents are famous for their good nature, openness, and friendliness. Our jailors will warm every guest and leave them feeling filled with light. They will open stunning horizons and entertain you with ancient legends of the times of the Great Silk Road. Try an exciting hike and enjoy the stunning beauty of the mountains. Here in Kyrgyzstan, you will see some of the highest peaks in the world. Be amazed by the ice-free lakes. Follow our fast mountain rivers. And visit the places where snow leopards roamed. The sun lives here. Legends come to life here. The heart of Central Asia beats here. Kyrgyzstan, so much to discover. Welcome to Kyrgyzstan.
Absolutely, so much to discover along with super pleasant weather. I know the point you want to make. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching this video presentation about the Kyrgyzstan. And also I would like to say some kind words to Mr. Sony. And Mr. Sony, he is actually the global promoter of the Kyrgyz tourism in Indian community in the UAE and the Republic of India. Thank you very much for your efforts as well. And today our government also making the best for the tourists coming from around the world, especially from the Brotherly Republic of India. You could easily get the online visa on arrival at the airport. Please welcome, and we will meet you in Kyrgyzstan, inshallah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Timur sir, His Highness, who gave his precious time to come in this function. My name is Sony. I'm basically from Rajasthan, Jaipur, and we are having a Luxuria group of hotels here. Just within 5 years, we are the first people from India that within 5 years we made 4 hotels. And we extend to have another 10 hotels very soon in 2 years. So it's me that I requested the Kyrgyzstan government to make visa on arrival for Indian, and their honorable president accepted my request. So now you can go to Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, the visa on arrival is available there right now, which was very difficult before. Thank you very much. And if you have any function, please do visit my Luxuria group of hotels. We have a Howard Johnson Plaza by Wyndham, Lotus Grand, and Royal Falcon. Any cooperation from your guests, I will give them complimentary stay also sometime. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, and that is it. One more reason, apart from all the scenic spots that you can visit there and the super pleasant weather, is that Indians have a visa on arrival if you go to Kyrgyzstan. So let's start planning our next long weekend there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got one last segment coming up for this evening, and this is an all-men panel discussion. Okay, so let me invite on stage. So the topic for this discussion is importance of sustainability in business. And I would like to start by calling on stage the moderator, Dr. Sunil Vinayak Manjrekar, President GMBF Global, who is an MSc, PhD, lead auditor for QMS, EMS, OH, SMS, HACCP, and ISO 22000. With a doctorate in analytical chemistry and a wide exposure of over 20 years in pharmaceutical, manufacturing, perfumery and cosmetics, accreditation bodies, inspection and compliance units, management consulting, safety training, etc., he has gained thorough knowledge about UAE and international regulations, enhanced with resource management as well as technical backup. He holds distinction of leading audits for more than 40 perfume and cosmetic manufacturing companies worldwide. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Sunil Vinayak Manjrekar. And our speakers on the panel who will be joining him are Shri K. Kalimuthu, Economic Trade and Commerce, Indian Consulate, Dubai. Can I please invite you back on the stage? Let's give him a huge round of applause. Shri K. Kalimuthu. I would also like to invite Dr. Tariq Nizami, Chairman of CEO Clubs Network. Let's give him a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, little more energy. Few more minutes until dinner. May I also invite on stage Dr. R. Sitharaman, former Chief Executive Officer, Doha Bank. And last but not the least, Dr. Adil Mateen, Chairman, We Tell TV channel. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause, everybody.
Thank you very much, Adilji. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Binduji, for inviting us here. When we sent the flyers, I got at least 10 messages that what the mains are doing in the female sustainable empowerment panel. So I personally sent the messages to each one of them who sent me the message that we are there to support the women empowerment. And today we have all the influencers, investors, and the decision makers sitting here, four of them, and we will try to see that how each one of them can contribute for the WISE. So that is my main agenda as per discussion with Ms. Binduji. So I will not take much time because everybody is in the mood of eating the food, dinner, and we are already late. So we'll wind up the session in 15 minutes only, and then we'll talk about the women empowerment. So thank you very much once again for inviting me here. And my first question will be to Dr. Sitharaman. And I just wanted to ask him how the sustainability can help in business growth and why it is important for the startup.
Sustainability, the term is very profound and it enhances the productivity. What are sustainable goals? Poverty eradication, gender equality, universal health care, universal education, global warming and climate change. Look at the changing face of the world today. Everyone is focusing on ESG. The commercial viability is not the only focus. It's not you make profit. How you make your profit? Do you have social risk management in perspective? Are you taking care of all the stakeholders? Are you creating opportunities? Are you going to have enduring values, mission, vision, and values? So sustainability is a very, very long-sighted vision. And you can sustain the meritocracy and make sure you have a balanced growth only if you have a policy framework which are akin to a change in face of the world. So today's need, for example, post-COVID, if you are not focusing on ESG, your market capitalization will get degenerated, which will be the part of the world. So people are conscious now. The ethical and moral governance, that's sustainability for you. Profitability is sustainability for you. Women participation is sustainability for you. Diversity, it's going to enhance the productivity. So you have to factor, when you devise a business model, sustainability as the centerpiece of your strategic drive. Then you're going to have a long-term outcome and you're going to have a balanced growth.
Thank you, Dr. Sitaramji. My second question to Mr. Dr. Nazim. As a CEO club, you have almost more than 500 members. I hope you must be having 50% women in your CEO club. So I just wanted to know how CEO club can contribute with wives and how the sustainable growth for wives can be taken through the CEO club.
Well, thank you very much, first of all, for the organizer for giving me the opportunity. Let me share that CEO Club is one of the organizations that we had a women division launched in Dubai 10 years ago. So we have a very focused women events and women initiative that we have launched. And just to share on that part, that 4 year I represented United Nations WAPS, the women empowerment here. I was a representative here for UNGC. So I understand very clearly the power of women, and the power of women that I can say, that I always say that what is the word woman means? What is the initial of woman means? W-O-M-N. I always say W means well-organized men. So this is how you can see the power of women. I think we all have to respect the gender equality. I also say that we have just launched last month a sustainable committee in our CEO club, that we have multiple members, few members are present here also, that we will be doing multiple things into initiatives that not only women to sustain the business, sustain the local economy, our social responsibilities and different things. But I want to mention one thing, because this is a women event and I see two presenters who were here presenting their startups and their business expansion. I'd like to offer them on behalf of CEO Club that I will offer them to come and join in September middle. We are hosting in Hong Kong in front of 500 investors who's looking for investment. So I will offer them to come and join, and once their application is submitted to us and we have organizing committee, once it's approved, not only that I will invite them in Hong Kong, we will also offer them a return airline ticket and a hotel and everything to support the women empowerment from behalf of CEO Club. Yeah.
Thank you. My third question to Dr. Adil Mateen. Now, in sustainability, the people talk about ESG. So can you throw some light on ESG?
Hello. Hello. Well, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Let's first talk about the word sustainability. ESG compliances, there are all in-depth nitty-gritties. Let's first understand the sustainability. Of course, in a business developments, any business development, sustainable business development is required. So what is new to it? We have not seen anyone saying unsustainable business that we want to start. So there is a sustainability. The term here has a differentiation, reason being after the United Nations formal announcement of the World Sustainable Goals. So now this question has started after the announcement of the fourth industrial revolution by German governments. So the third industrial revolution was IT, second was the railway, second was the factories and the mass production, first was the railway. So those industrial revolutions were very unorganizedly done and implemented. But now in the age of artificial intelligence, cyber physical systems, as a fourth industrial revolution, yes, we are now able to officially announce and implement this industrial revolution. And that is why the term sustainability has come into the existence. ESG compliances is not but how you are going to implement the fourth industrial revolution in every aspect of economy. So every industry should have some rules and regulation, some compliances to follow. So these are the main compliances that every organization has to do it. Since we are talking about, this is a women's platform, so yes, the number of participation of women is increasing day by day. Is in economics we say increasing with the increasing rate. And it's not to worry with guys. Being a man, I said, I must say, it's not a competition. Rather, we alone cannot achieve these sustainable achievement goals, so we need a support of a women. So it's 1 + 1 11 rather than a 2. So it's not a competition, it's a support, and we must achieve and apply ESG compliance to these sustainable goals. It should be done by 2020-30 as a deadline, as per the guidelines, and I hope this will help all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Adilji. My fourth question to Kalimutaji. So I just want to check with you, what are the challenges faced by women entrepreneurs in sustainable development, and how men can support women empowerment?
Good evening, everyone. Just before this, we had a all-women panel that was really inspiring. All 4 of them represented every sector: science and technology, business, art and culture, and so we try to catch up with you. Probably not. See, we all talk about north-south divide. We talk about division between nations. We talk about, these are all bigger divides we talk about. But when we talk about empowerment, lack of empowerment for women, that is something, a divide within home, within family. We know that family is the basic unit of a society. When there is a division, there is a disparity within the basic unit of society, the society cannot progress. That's a fundamental principle. And as Dr. Sudha explained, women are half of the humanity. When half of the humanity is left behind, you can't think of any development. Whatever you talk about development, when the half of the society is not empowered, if the proper ample opportunities are not created for them, we will never be able to achieve the development. So that's a basic, that's how I look at this empowerment. And we know that women, they are managing the household. I mean, they play a predominant role. When they play a predominant role at a household management, they definitely have the capability to manage bigger economies, be it business, be it political economy. We know that the word economics also come from, literally it means it's a management of household. That's how it started. So when the societies became complex, and the economics word is applied for public life. And I slightly differ with my co-panelists that women are coming and their contribution is increasing. Actually, women are contributing more. But their contribution in household, in informal economy, somehow our economics doesn't capture their contribution. That's what we say, that they have to come into this formal economy, so their contribution also gets captured. And so, as we know that women play a very significant role. When a woman is empowered, the family is empowered, the children are empowered, the future generation gets empowered. So that's how I look at the women empowerment. And last note, I would to say that consulate employs more women, as Dr. Bindu will appreciate it. So as an organization, consulate has more women working here. And yeah, that's my take on. And one more thing, as this is an event related to startup as well. We know that a startup is making a very significant contribution in the present day economy. They are at the center of innovation. They are at addressing many economic problems, social problems, which normal companies, traditional companies cannot, normal traditional business cannot address. So women has to play a very significant role, taking lead in this business environment, so that they got to play a very significant economic activity. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Kalimutaji. My last question to Dr. Sitaraman and other panelists. So my last question is a very general question. Most of the startups, like 80% of the startups are not sustainable in the current scenario. So what is your thought on that, and how, as you as a banker, and bank can support for these startups?
In my experience, over 4 decades, when I've been a banker throughout the Gulf, when I had branches through Doha Bank, otherwise I was working in Oman over 18 years, running an enterprise. See, startup is, you have to set the ground rules correct. I have given millions, billions. When I started, especially in early 2000 in Oman, or even for that matter, when I replicated the same model early 2001 or 2 in Qatar, I had a lot of apprehensions from my board even. Unsecured lending, why are you doing? See, you have to mentor them. Now they have incubators, accelerators. Mentorship is happening. The policy and the framework has been well defined. Countries, see, if you look at the employment opportunities, GDP momentum, in any economy, it's sustainable only if you have a small and medium-sized entrepreneurs step in. It's not only big corporation, especially in this part of the world. If you look at the GDP, now Saudi Arabia has 33% of the GDP is from small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. Last year, 96% of the funding has come only for Dubai, from venture capitalists, within the UAE definition. People see what's your business environment, how ease of doing business, rest of the infrastructure, what are the incentives in setting up the business, how the credit guarantee scheme, access to finance comes in. Now more and more the Gulf states are focusing on SME because their long-term sustenance and sustainable economic development is contingent on SME. So they are creating partial guarantees for commercial loans, they are putting seed capital, there are development banks instituted in every country, whether it's Oman development, Qatar development, or even Dubai Economic Department has put the SME department. A lot of innovation is happening, incentives are happening, and again, freebies are given to make sure you have entrepreneurship being nurtured. And again, more and more with the advent of technology, you will have women participation in the SME. That's what we aspire for. So it's a participative management required more and more. Even the homemakers now stepping into the business as well in the formal economy now. They are stepping in. In India, it's a huge fire. The unicorns are stepped up. So we welcome the policy framework from the government, and again, more and more women participation across the globe, and gender equality also has to be respected for long-term sustenance.
Thank you very much, Sitaramji. And we are running, means we don't have much time to ask all my questions, so we'll wind up here. And I want to, from Mr. Dr. Adil Matin, what is your final message to all our female entrepreneurs here and other entrepreneurs here, male entrepreneurs also, as far as sustainability is concerned?
See, this is a very difficult question to give a message to women, what should do, what should not to do. But I must say by 2030 as a vision of the entire world, that it has to be a sustainable world. I can see the major role to be played by women in this economic world. And I can say only best of luck. And you are doing well. Thank you.
My question to you was how VTEL channel can give the opportunity to all these women sitting here.
See, VTEL Television is the only English TV channel on Etisalat, channel number 336. We are the official partner of Etisalat. We were official partner of Expo 2020 as well. So I must say that we also have a Center for Sustainability in Dubai Academic City. Our campus is on the main KHD building. And we run a lot of certificate courses as well. So out of 100%, I must say 70 to 75% women who have joined our courses in last 1 to 1.5 years. I don't know why, but the number of the women participation is higher. So I can see we can definitely start some scholarships and interviews and talk shows related to women in the empowerment. Most welcome.
Thank you very much for all the panelists. because we'll wind up here because other programs are also waiting. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much to all our panelists and our moderator as well. And this pretty much brings us to the close of this evening. But before we end this evening, I would like to inform you all that this event that has happened here today is going to be a regular occurrence. It's going to happen every month. And the next one that's happening is in August, on August 10th. So far, that's the date that's been fixed. So mark your calendars for this event, for WISE Forum. And we hope to see you there. Before we call this event to a close and we open dinner for everyone, there is a small token of love that we would like to present to the chairperson of WISE Forum, and that's none other than Advocate Bindu S. Chatur. Can I please have you on stage once again? Let's give her a huge round of applause. There's a special token of love, token of appreciation from the founder of WISE Forum, Mr. Vasant. We don't know what's inside that huge box. All we know that it has a lot of love. She's literally standing there and saying, don't give it to me, give it to someone else. This is meant for you. You deserve it. You deserve all the love and appreciation. Thank you so much. And with that, Mr. Vasant, we want you to do a vote of thanks as well. Somebody, can you please help, ma'am?
Thank you so much for coming this event, and thank you all for everyone, and thank you.
So he wanted to just repeat what I said, which is that this event is going to be a regular occurrence. Let me remind you once again, it's going to happen every month, and the next one is happening on August 10th. So far, that's the date fixed, so mark your calendars. And before I call for entertainment on stage and open dinner, can I ask you my name? Great. What's my family name? Jethani. That's correct. You all have been very, very attentive, and you all have been a wonderful audience. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. Thank you so, so much for joining us here today for WISE Forum, and may this panel continue and we have many more successful events like these in the future. Thank you so much. See you all. We'll have some entertainment on the stage for you all, so please get your dinner outside and you can come back into the ballroom and enjoy the entertainment. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, check.
Good evening, everybody, once again. May I request everyone for your attention, please? And I also request if there is any attendants or the volunteers here, I please request them to go around the corner, on the corridor, get everybody back seated on the seats, because we have arranged a very beautiful, cheerful entertainment for all of you. So we have our amazing singers here, the guitarist, and well, it's a women empowerment, and it was wonderful that we had amazing gentlemen backing it up on the stage. Thank you so much. And I call the whole team, the band. Where's Tasin Sajid? Mahfouz? We have 3 great singers here. So we will prepare the stage for you guys. And until then, as told, you all can get your dinner, get your food, get your delights, be back on the seats and enjoy the songs, your favorite songs. I'm sure you all will enjoy. Guys, can I have you all on the stage, please? We will actually wait for everybody to come in because we don't want anybody to miss out on these beautiful songs. I'm sure you all will enjoy. So here we have Mahfouz Ahmed. Do you want to say your name again?
Hello, good evening everyone. This is Mahfouz Ahmed and today we are here to perform some beautiful songs. So,
Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you, Shilpa, this side. So I hope event is still not over, right? People are hungry. I think people are going out. We need your attention. We are here with our band.
They will come. They will come.
Yeah, okay. So over to Tehseen.
You can make your trial or whatever it is. Would you like to take your seats inside because you all will enjoy wonderful music? We have a band organized. The reason I came out. Request all of you to take your seats back there with the wonderful food because the music is waiting for everyone.
start karo. No. Okay. Everybody relax. You want this? क्या बोलो?
Good evening once again. We are dedicating this opening song to call everybody inside now. We're taking a different mode to call everybody inside. So we'll start off. And we're going to hand over the mic to Tahsin Sajid. Can we have a big hand? Whoever is here. We are okay with this. Yeah. There you go, Tahsin.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tahsin Sajid from Pakistan, and I'm really happy to have this great opportunity to entertain you and cheer you up in this business forum. I hope you will enjoy.
अभी ना जाओ छोड़ कर के दिल अभी भरा नहीं अभी ना जाओ छोड़ कर के दिल अभी भरा नहीं अभी अभी तो आए हो अभी 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 तो आए हो बहार बन के छाए हो हवा जरा महक तो ले नजर जरा बहक तो ले ये शाम ढल तो ले जरा ये शाम ढल तो ले जरा ये दिल संभल तो ले जरा मैं थोड़ी देर जी तो लूं नशे के घूंट पी तो लूं नशे के घूंट पी तो लूं अभी तो कुछ का नहीं अभी तो कुछ सुना नहीं अभी ना जाओ छोड़ कर के दिल अभी भरा नहीं अधूरिया अधूरी आस छोड़ कर अधूरी प्यास छोड़ कर जो रोज यूं ही जागी तो किस तरह निभाओगी कि जिंदगी की राह में जवां दिलों की चाह में कई मकाम आएंगे जो हमको आजमाएंगे बुरा ना मानो बात का ये प्यार है गिला नहीं अभी नहीं अभी नहीं 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 नहीं
Thank you so much.
मेरे दिल ने चुन लिया ने तेरे दिल दिया राह तू जो मेरे नाल तुरे ता तुर पैण वे जान मेरी मैं तेनू समझा कि ना तेरे बाजों लगदा जी तू की जाने प्यार मेरा मैं करां इंतजार तेरा तू दिल तो यूं जान मेरी मैं तेनू समझा ना तेरे बाजों लगदा जी
Now I am going to sing a song which is really near to my heart.
ऐसा देखा नहीं खूबसूरत कोई जिस्म जैसे अजंता की मूरत कोई जिस्म जैसे निगाहों पे जादू कोई जिस्म नगमा कोई जिस्म खुशबू कोई जिस्म जैसे महकती हुई चांदनी जिस्म जैसे मचलती हुई रागनी जिस्म जैसे कि खिलता हुआ एक चमन जिस्म जैसे कि सूरज की पहली किरण जिस्म तरशा हुआ दिल कशो दिलनशी सल्दली सल्दली मरमरी मरमरी हुस्ने जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं हुस्ने जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं आफरी 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 तू भी देखे अगर तो कहे हम नशी आफरी 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 हुस्ने जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं हुस्ने जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं आफरी 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 तू भी देखे अगर तो कहे हम नशी आफरी 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 उसने जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं dare 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 daga dare 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 daga dare dare daga dhani sa ga ma ga dhani ni sa daga ga ma da dhani ni sa da ni da ma ga ma da ma ga ma sa ga ma da ni sa ga da ni da ni da ni da ma ga mi sa ni ni da da ma da ni da 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 ni ma da da ga ma sa da ga ni ni sa da da ni ni sa da ga ma da da ni ni da da ni ga ma da ma ga mi sa ni da ma sa
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. This is Mahfouz Ahmad from India. और thank you so much, Tahsin Shadid, for performing here these beautiful songs. So, I have some requests, and let me show you some requests. Please, G. Excuse me. छूने से तेरे हाँ तेरे फीकी रुतों को पंख लगे, तेरी दिशा में यूं चलने से मेरे पैरों को पंख लगे। रहा मेरे काम का जग सारा है बस तेरे नाम से ही गुजारा, समझ के यूं ना समझ मैं सकूं। जुबानियाँ तेरी झूठी भी सच्ची लागे, तू मेरा कोई ना होके भी कुछ लागे, तू मेरा कोई ना होके भी कुछ लागे। अपना बना ले पिया, अपना बना ले पिया, तेरे दिल के शहर में अपना बना ले, अपना बना ले पिया, अपना बना ले पिया, तेरे दिल के शहर में अपना बना ले। मुझको तो तेरे चेहरे पे ये गम नहीं जचता, जायज नहीं लगता, मुझे गम से तेरा रिश्ता। जो भी गम है तेरे, इन्हें तू मेरा बता दे। जो भी गम है तेरे, इन्हें तू मेरा बता दे। कुछ इस तरह तेरी पलकें मेरी पलकों से मिला दे, आंसू तेरे सारे मेरी पलकों से मिला दे। So we have a request from this side over, ma'am. So this one's for Virginia, ma'am. हम तेरे बिन अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा। हम तेरे बिन अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा। तुझसे जुदा अगर हो जाएंगे तो खुद से ही हो जाएंगे जुदा, क्योंकि तुम ही हो, अब तुम ही हो जिंदगी, अब तुम ही हो चैन भी, मेरा दर्द भी, मेरी आशिकी, अब तुम ही हो। तेरा मेरा रिश्ता है कैसा, एक पल तू गवारा नहीं, तेरे लिए हर रोज है जीते, तुझको दिया मेरा वक्त सभी, कोई लम्हा मेरा ना हो तेरे बिना, हर सांस पे नाम तेरा। क्योंकि तुम ही हो, अब तुम ही हो जिंदगी, अब तुम ही हो चैन भी, मेरा दर्द भी, मेरी आशिकी, अब तुम ही हो। So this line I want to dedicate you, ma'am. तेरे लिए ही जिया मैं खुद को जो यूं दे दिया है, तेरी वफा ने मुझको संभाला, सारे गमों को दिल से निकाला। तेरे साथ मेरा है नसीब जुड़ा, तुझे पाके अधूरा न रहा। क्योंकि तुम ही हो, अब तुम ही हो जिंदगी, अब तुम ही हो चैन भी, मेरा दर्द भी, मेरी आशिकी, अब तुम ही हो। And the last song I want to dedicate Mr. Tehsin Sajid, Shilpa, and my lovely audience. शाम सवेरे तेरी यादें आती है, आके दिल को मेरे तड़पाती है। ओ सनम मोहब्बत की कसम, मिलके बिछड़ना तो दस्तूर हो गया, या तो मैं तेरी दिल मजबूर हो गया। ओ सनम तेरी यादों की कसम, Thank you so much. Please, Shilpa, come here. Thank you so much, guys.
थैंक यू महफूज तहसीन, बहुत ही प्यारी आवाज़ एंड बहुत ही अच्छा गाया. So event is still going on and I would dedicate this song to all of you sitting here. I think we need some energy because you all had your dinner, right? So let's dance. पिया तू अब तो आजा, शोला सा मन दहके आगे बुझा जा, तन की ज्वाला ठंडी हो जा, ऐसे गले लगा जा. हा 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 मोरिगा. Is there any morning here? Monica, oh my darling. प्यासे प्यासे अब मेरे लबों के लिए तेरे होठों ने हजार वादे किए, और जीने वाले कोई जिए तो किससे जिए. अरे हाँ अरे हाँ अरे हाँ, प्यासे प्यासे अब मेरे लबों के लिए तेरे होठों ने हजार वादे किए, और जीने वाले कोई जिए तो कैसे जिए. अरे हाँ अरे हाँ अरे हाँ. ja. Ha 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 ha. Come on, sing with me. I think you guys have enough energy now after dinner. Dum maro dum. मिट जाए गम बोलो सुबह शाम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम दुनिया ने हमको दिया क्या दुनिया से हमने लिया क्या हम सबकी परवाह करें क्यों सबने हमारा किया क्या बीरा बीरा तारा तारा परम 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 दुनिया में लोगों को धोखा कभी हो जाता है आंखों में यारों का दिल खो जाता है टरन टरन टर दुनिया में लोगों को धोखा कभी हो जाता है आंखों में यारों का दिल खो जाता है दो दिल दोनों जवां आंखों का है ये बयां आंखों के दरमियां लेकिन जो ना यहाँ पढ़ता पढ़ता हाँ पढ़ता पढ़ता हाँ अपनों से कैसा पर्दा पढ़ता पढ़ता हाँ पढ़ता पढ़ता हाँ अपनों से कैसा पर्दा मोनिका ओ my darling मोनिका oh my darling ooh ये तू अब तो आजा शोला सामन दह के आके बुझा जा तन की ज्वाला ठंडी हो जा ऐसे गले लगा जा आहा हा आहा हा तू है वही दिल ने जिसे अपना कहा तू है जहां मैं हूँ वहां अब तो जीना तेरे बिन है सजा थैंक यू सर बैठे हैं हमारे साथ सर आपको इनवाइट करेंगे एक बार प्लीज स्टेज पे आइए
Let everybody.
शिकरा खुद ही से मैंने इश्क किया रे जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया हो जिया रे जिया रे जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया हो चली रे चुनू को भी है पिंजरे से उड़ा दिल का शिकरा खुद ही से मैंने इश्क किया रे come on sing with me जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया हो जिया रे जिया रे जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया हो Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for listening.
So we have a request for Sunil sir. पल पल दिल के पास. Okay. पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो, जीवन मीठी प्यार ये कहती हो, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो। तुम सोचोगी क्यों इतना मैं तुमसे प्यार करूं, तुम सोचोगी दीवाना मैं भी इकरार करूं, दीवानों की ये बातें दीवाने जानते हैं, जलने में क्या मजा है परवाने जानते हैं, तुम यूं ही जलाती रहना आकर ख्वाबों में, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो। सुनील सर, वर्जीनिया मैम, सुनील सर, ये लास्ट लाइन आपके लिए। हर शाम आँखों पर तेरा चल लहराए, हर रात यादों की बारात ले आए। हर शाम आँखों पर तेरा चल लहराए, हर रात यादों की बारात ले आए। मैं सांस लेता हूँ तेरी खुशबू आती है, एक महका महका सा पैगाम लाती है। मेरे दिल की धड़कन भी तेरे गीत गाती है। पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो। जीवन मीठी ये कहती हो, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो। Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.